A little switch there. You drop the ball in the post. Sam Cassell knocks down the three. We're in for a wonderful finish.
The NBA playoffs continue tomorrow night on TNT. The Pistons will take on LeBron James, the Cavaliers, in Game 5 of their series, followed by Game 5 between the Mavericks and the Spurs. Kobe Bryant will be a special guest in studio with Charles, the Jet, and EJ. Coverage at 7 o'clock Eastern Time on TNT. Kevin Harlan, Doug Collins, Craig Sager in Phoenix. Clippers led by 5 after 1. Phoenix led Doug by 6 at halftime and by 6 after 3.
You know, Kevin, when you look at these numbers, if I said to you, Kevin, the Clippers have made 1 more three than the Suns, 9 more free throws, and have 10 more rebounds, who would you think would be winning?
LA.
The Suns have 16 more points in the paint.
The equalizer. Shot clock is at 7 after that break. Brand over Thomas. Catino Mobley for 2. 2-point game.
This is everything you would want in a Game 5. There's that switch once again. They get Nash going against Cassell. You give help, you're going to leave Raja Bell, and you don't leave him.
Raja Bell has just knocked down his 3rd three-point shot of the game. Lead is 5 for Phoenix, approaching 3 to play in regulation. Brand against Marion. Shot clock at 4. Foul on Sam Cassell.
How about Raja Bell? Raja Bell has had to play Kobe Bryant for 7 games. He's had Mobley a lot in this series, and now with a game on the line, he's switched over to play Sam Cassell. This guy is such an irritant. He's strong. He gets his body in there. Sam Cassell thought he got away with it. The last moment, Steve Jabby called him for the offensive foul.
Nash against Cassell. It's a foul. Basket will not count. Second foul on Cassell.
See what they're doing now. Every time down the floor is they're running a screen roll, and the Clippers are switching it because they want Cassell to have to play Nash. And then if they help, then he'll find the open man. That's how they got the 3 last time against Raja Bell. Mike D'Antoni thought that should have been a continuation and a possible 3-point play. Well, you can just feel the angst on these coaches' faces, the players. You know, you don't want to overhype it, but this Game 5, I mean, it's such a deciding game.
Shot clock at 9. Nash over Livingston.
It's such a matchup there because Livingston's got longer arms and is a better defender.
Nash is 6 of 14 shooting tonight. He has the double-double with 13 points and 10 assists and only 2 turnovers. Mobley over Nash into Grant. Foul.
See,
Tim Thomas.
Mobley is such a tough low-post player. Normally, Raja Bell plays him.
Right.
But Raja Bell is sliding over to play Sam Cassell to try to cool him down. So now they're going to go to Mobley in the post against Steve Nash. So Steve Nash is going to have to guard somebody down on that low post, and if they give help, and that's where Romanovich steps up and shoots the ball, Mobley, maybe Cassell, Elton Brand's got a chance if he makes these 2 free throws to cut this lead down to 3.
Thomas has picked up his 5th personal foul for the Phoenix Suns. The Suns, Doug, have only taken 11 free throw attempts tonight. That was the 24th free throw attempt for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Well, remember now, the Suns in the regular season set a record for fewest free throws attempts in a game at 18. They only made about 14 a game. So the best free throw shooting team in the league that shot the fewest in the history of the league.
Right. But they're averaging 24 in this series. Jack Nicholson with the director, James Brooks. This is as good as it gets. Nash, Marion, rejected by Brand. Another block shot. Brand has 4 block shots tonight.
Well, the Clippers are the #1 shot blocking team in the league. We heard Craig Sager's report at halftime. He told Elton Brand, you've only got 1 foul. Clog up that lane and start blocking shots.
Cuttino Mobley. Brand with another rebound. He's got 12 and fouled inside by Raja Bell. So Brand is picking up momentum. We've told you about Cassell in the second half and 4 fouls on Bell.
Look at Elton Brand react. He goes over to guard Steve Nash and then comes back. Look at him. I tell you, you think of the history of the NBA, the great shot blockers block shots with their left hand, and then they keep the ball in play like Bill Russell was a master at doing, and get his team to possession rather than knocking the ball out of bounds.
I'll tell you another guy who was good at that was Moses Malone, who is in the audience tonight. One of the top 50 ever to play the game.
Moses looks great. The crowd gave him a tremendous ovation tonight.
Elton Brand is 10 of 13 from the free throw line.
Boy, 2 big misses there would have brought the lead down to 1.
That's the 3rd turnover by Steve Nash tonight, and only the 14th in this semifinal Western Conference series.
Remember now, Phoenix only has won 1 game all year, 3 points or less, and that happened to be Game 3 when they won 94-91 on Nash's jump shot.
Thomas on Brand. Mobley. Brand with the rebound. And another foul. But this time it's on the Clippers.
Elton Brand over the back.
He's got 2.
Not in the penalty yet, though, so Suns are going to take the ball out. Let's see where they're going to try to go get a basket here. Steve Nash has got to try to get Sean Livingston off him. Livingston is out there defensively. See if they go back to that screen roll with Nash and Bell.
Marion. And Marion grabs the ball, then torn away by Radmanovich with under a minute to play in regulation. For the tie, Cassell. Clippers have it. Fresh shot clock, 42.5 to play in regulation.
And they're in a great situation here to get a 2-for-1 possession with Cassell taking that shot like he did. Not a bad opportunity because they get it back. 42 seconds, an 18-second differential, so they've got a chance to get a good 2-for-1 here if they go quickly.
Outs for the Suns, just 1 remaining for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Kevin, if you're Mike Dunleavy and you can get a shot up there, maybe 6-8 seconds or whatever, you give yourself then an 8-second differential if you stop the Suns. So you'd like to get this shot up, maybe with 34 seconds on the clock, 10-second differential. But then we talked about the keys tonight. The Suns must rebound better. Tonight they're minus 12. Remember in the losses they've been minus 24. Shoot the 3 better, 8 of 19, 42%, obviously better than the 10 for 36. And the Los Angeles Clippers points in the paint minus 16. Second chance plus 10, so the Suns actually plus 6 in that area. And turnovers only 12 for the Clippers. They've done a nice job. Only 11 points off turnovers for the Suns. But let's see if they can get a quick shot here that will ensure them if they can score, maybe get the last shot of the game if they get the Suns stopped.
A full 24 seconds on the shot clock. Livingston will inbound. Cassell, a wide open 3 for the tie. Sam Cassell. At the other end, Sean Marion. And a foul called on Elton Brand. And Marion crashing hard to the floor.
Incredible set play run by the Clippers. So Mike Dunleavy drew it up perfectly. Cassell slides out behind the 3-point line, ties it. More importantly here, look how quickly it happened. Watch Elton Brand screen here on Barbosa. Just absolutely stands him straight up. And cold-blooded Sam Cassell knocks it down. And then they inbounds quickly. Watch this pass of Nash. It's like he's in his backyard here playing. He slings it underhanded. And Marion tries to dunk the ball and is fouled by Elton Brand. He'll shoot 2 free throws. He already has a mouse over that left eye where he got cracked the other night with about 10 seconds to go, got 4 stitches. So now he's going to have to step up and try to make 2 free throws to give his team the lead.
Last time the Phoenix Suns stood at the free throw line came at 6:22 in the second quarter. They've gone the entire second half without taking one single free throw until now. Marion 2 of 2. Remember, this is the #1 free throw shooting team in terms of percentage in the regular year.
It's interesting. See who the Clippers have brought in. They brought Kaman in for rebounding, Singleton in, who's not played for rebounding, Mobley and Livingston. So you know they're going to call a timeout after this.
Rebound by Livingston. Clippers used their last timeout. They're out of timeouts with 36 seconds to play in regulation. We're tied at 101. The Clippers have it. The series tied at 2-2. Senior veteran Sam Cassell has had a litany of big-time shots.
Well, that's when he was Kenny Smith's teammate in Houston. They won back-to-back championships. There's Kenny and Sam celebrating. This actually was against Sacramento to help him win that series. Earlier in the year against Denver. Sam Cassell playoff moments. Look what he's done in the second half. His team went down 19. We talked to that he and Elton Brand were going to be the two guys that had to bring them back. 21 points, 8 of 11 shooting, 4 of 7 from 3. Sean Marion misses 2 free throws. Now the Clippers have the basketball with a chance to go up. And you have to think it's going to be some kind of two-man game between Sam Cassell and Elton Brand. Billy Crystal has made the trip here. He loves these Clippers. He's been with them through thick and thin. Can the Suns get a stop and find a way to win this game to make it 3-2? Or will the Clippers take a 3-2 lead with a chance to go back and close it out Thursday for Game 6?
Even a Laker fan is going to like this one. Suns led by 5 with 3.5 to play. Clippers have scored the last 5 to force the tie.
How about the finishes we had last night? Cleveland and Detroit, San Antonio and Dallas, now LA and Phoenix.
Radmanovich, Mobley, Livingston, Brand, and Cassell. The Clipper 5. 8 seconds. 8-second violation on the Clippers.
Oh my! You know what's amazing? Sam lost track of the fact that they took the timeout and did not move the basketball. Sam, and you know what? You should have seen the smile on his face when he was bringing the ball up the floor, looking at Raja Bell. Look at him smiling. Look at Raja Bell, and watch his smile turn to a frown real quick. Like, what happened? That's called an 8-second violation, Sam. And now Phoenix has the ball with an incredible chance. Sam Cassell made a huge mistake coming out of that timeout.
Good call by Joe DeRosa.
See, all you do is look at the clock. You don't count. Yep. When it gets to 16, it's a violation.
What a huge mistake.
6-second differential, though. Clippers stop. They still got a chance to win the game. But they don't have any more timeouts, so they used their last timeout.
Suns haven't scored from the field in 3 minutes. For the lead, Nash. He has not hit a 3-point shot since Game 1.
Took that too early. Now it's 9 seconds. They can go length to the floor. I'm surprised Steve took that so quickly.
No timeouts for the Clippers. Cassell. Will he find redemption? A 3 for... Overtime.
See, you got to take a timeout, though. It's mismanagement of the clock. You got to time out. These are moments you got to think about what you're doing.
This is what happened to the Washington Wizards when they had 9/10 of a second remaining, and they didn't take a timeout against Cleveland in the first round.
There's about a 1.9-second differential when he gets this. You can't make these kind of mistakes. I've seen more mismanages of game situations where players just lose track of what's going on out there. You got to know time, score, how many timeouts you have. You put your team in a horrible situation. I mean, Tim Thomas has been terrific throughout the playoffs. But
and it's not like the coaches didn't tell him.
Well, that's where you cannot lose concentration.
Cassell didn't know it was an 8-second count. Phoenix didn't know. They should have called a timeout to go to overtime. When they had one in about 3 seconds remaining on the clock in the end of regulation.
Well, look at overhead, the shot clock there. You'll see it as Tim Thomas comes up with this loose ball. Right there, 3.3 seconds. take your time out and move the ball to half court. You got a ton of time, but just lose track of what's going on. I mean, I know he won Game 6 for them with that big three, or sent it into overtime, and they won that ball game in L.A. But when you're fighting for these kind of moments, you cannot give away an opportunity to win a game in regulation. Now they got 5 more hard-fought minutes.
Here you see the overtime records for both teams. Each team with 3 timeouts in overtime. Elton Brand with 22 over Thomas.
They don't want to double team because that frees up all kinds of other problems for the Suns, because what you do is now you lose your rebounding and give guys open shots. Sean Livingston playing in these kind of moments. There are a lot of trust by Mike Dunleavy because of his defense against Nash.
Livingston is on Nash. Shot clock at 4 for Sean Marion. Throws up an air ball. Thomas caught it with the second left.
Tim Thomas is right now saying, I got to come up with every play I can. Walk in that locker room with a W. I do not want to have to live with that kind of mistake at the end of the quarter. Now, that's not going to cost them the game, obviously, but at least it would have given you a better chance.
That was the first field goal by the Phoenix Suns since about 3.5 minutes remained in the fourth quarter. Brand again. 26.
He's putting his brand on this game right now.
Thomas with 25, Nash with 13.
With that switch again, Nash loves to take Radmanovic off the dribble.
Another 3, Marion. You just cannot watch him drain. From above the arc as Cassell goes flying into the crowd.
Sean Marion now 0 for 4 from behind that three-point line. Going into the game tonight, he was 3 for 17, so he's 3 for 21 now. I think that Mike Dunleavy will live with all those three-point shots from Sean Marion. Two-man basketball, that's all you're going to see the rest of the game is Cassell and Brand.
Mobley comes up with the Cassell miss. Rebound by Bell, triggers it out to Nash.
Sean Livingston is really doing a good job on Steve Nash.
Rebound by Radmanovic. Nash now well over 40 minutes for this game. He has been averaging more minutes in this series than he had in the regular season in the first round against the Los Angeles Lakers.
That's what play they're running here. A little two-man game. Brand. Cassell, I think it's going to be a loose ball foul on Mobley, but the Suns, all they're going to see right now is a steady diet of Cassell Brand and Cassell Brand. They're 2 best players in a two-man game.
Mobley picks up his second personal foul with the Clippers on top by 2. Suns had a 19-point lead earlier in the game. Clippers have led by 7. That was real early in the game. Radmanovic knocked it away. Shot clock at 15.
This has really turned into a defensive struggle. I thought it was going to be a 120-point game, but the defense has really closed down late in the last 6-8 minutes of that fourth period and now into the overtime.
The clock at 4. Bell for 3.
That was an amazing shot. Cassell had a hand in his face. There's nothing more you can do about that.
1-point lead for the Phoenix Suns. Bell with the steal.
What a great play.
Nash for 3. Radmanovic the rebound.
That's a good 3, though. Steve Nash, that would have been a big shot for them. He walked into that nicely.
He, like Marion, can't buy a 3-point basket.
Roger Bell, Sam Cassell. How about this? Great defender, terrific offensive player. Sean Marion with a big rebound.
Marion has 17 rebounds, 30 points. Bell, Thomas, open for 3. Rebound by Livingston. There goes on Barbosa for the Phoenix Suns and hit with his 3rd foul.
Raja Bell. Now watch Sam Cassell here at the last minute close in on this shot, get a hand up. Look at this. That is a contested shot. That is terrific defense. That's just a big time pressure shot.
Trying to screen, deflected by Sean Marion.
I tell you, this Raja Bell, man, he's earned a lot of respect throughout these playoffs. I know he got lost his cool against Kobe Bryant in that Game 5 when he clotheslined him. His team bailed him out in Game 6. But he has been maybe their best player throughout this series against the Clippers, averaging 23 points a game going into tonight's game.
11 seconds remaining on the shot clock, now down to 7. That's a foul. It's away from the ball. It's on Tim Thomas. Thomas is gone. Finishing with 25 points and only 4 rebounds.
Now who is Mike D'Antoni going to go with? Who's going to guard Elton Brand? He's going to come back obviously with Diaw, I would think. I don't know who else he could put in the game. Diaw's been sitting on the bench a long time. Let's watch this play. Elton Brand gets his arm up and pushes him into Cassell. They're going to actually call the foul against Elton Brand. So it wasn't on the screen against Cassell. They ruled that Tim Thomas hooked Elton Brand before they ran into the pick.
Right.
Now Boris Diaw is coming into the game now. He's been sitting a long time. He's got to be aggressive, though. He's got to come back in and give them another primary offensive player.
So to clarify, Tim Thomas did pick up the foul. He's got 6. He is gone.
Remember now, Elton Brand missed 2 in a row in the fourth quarter free throws. So the Suns would rather have him shooting than Cassell.
That ties it. Our 10th tie of the game. Brand will have one more when we come back.
Clippers looking, if they win this game, they've got a chance to go back to the Staples Centers on Thursday, close this out, and who would have ever thought the Clippers in the Western Conference Finals? That's what they're looking at right now. The Suns wanting to hold on, go up 3-2 with a chance to go back for a Game 6. So that's what's on the line here during this game right now with 1:12 to go.
Elton Brand has scored every point in overtime for the Los Angeles Clippers. 19th lead change. Clippers by 1.
Quentin Ross in the game now actually guarding Nash. Livingston is guarding Barbosa. Get the switch they want, so now Nash can go against Romanovich.
Nash, nobody home. He thought Diaw would move. He did not. And it's a turnover, the 4th turnover by Steve Nash tonight with his 11 assists.
See, Ross was in for defense, and now he goes out. Here's Cassell back in. But Elton Brand back there guarding the basket. Steve Nash, no place to go. Very costly turnover.
Cassell for a 3-point lead.
Sam Cassell, what he's done his entire career.
He's got 28. He had 5 at halftime. Nash by 2 defenders. 1-point game.
Now 7.5-second differential. The Suns do not have to foul. They get a stop here. They got a chance to win the basketball game.
Brand guarded by Marion. Shot clock is down to 7. Intercepted by Barbosa. Now Nash. Clippers have a foul again. And a foul called on Bell with 3.6 seconds to play.
Now 2 costly turnovers by Steve Nash. And this is, again, what the Clippers have done over the last few games. When he's gotten around the basket, they've maintained their discipline. And usually it's Elton Brand back there trying to block the shot. There he is once again. The pass in congestion picked off. Penny Marshall obviously very, very happy, but still a lot of time. Remember, the Suns are the #1 3-point shooting team in the NBA. So even if this free throw is made, they're only down 3, and the Suns have a timeout.
The Clippers still have a foul to give.
Which is big.
Absolutely. Cassell tonight from the free throw line, 4 of 5. He's got 30, a 25-point second half in overtime by Sam Cassell.
Well, we talked about Cassell and Elton Brand being the two guys. I don't think anybody else has scored in overtime except those two guys.
Brand has been the big guy, and Cassell has had it. It's a 3-point Clipper lead, and Phoenix has the ball.
Barkley to bring you inside the NBA, presented by Hyundai. As soon as this game is over, you will hear the one-of-a-kind insights of Sir Charles and the J. Right now, back to Kevin and Doug, guys.
EJ, thank you. The Phoenix Suns tonight had a 19-point lead in the third quarter, chiseling away at the Los Angeles Clippers, tying it at the end of regulation at 101. What a great combined effort from Brand and Sam Cassell in this game.
Well, they've combined for 58 points. They have all the points in overtime. Now, remember, they have a foul to give, but you got to be very careful that you don't give it to a guy who's catching and shooting and give up 3 free throws. You got to do it with a guy dribbling the basketball and be very, very careful. I'm sure they would love somehow to free up Raja Bell. Actually, Daniel Ewing is in the game here for his first action.
Diaw to inbound, guarded by Mobley. Timeout. Tim Thomas has been such a great three-point shooter tonight for the Phoenix Suns, but Doug, he has fouled out. He went 5 of 8 above the arc. And this is the schedule right now for the rest of this series.
Well, how about this? If the Suns lose tonight, to go down 3-2, it'll be exactly where they were against the Los Angeles Lakers, down 3-2. The difference is they were coming off a Game 5 win, so they were going in on a little bit of a high. They lose tonight, they've got to go win back at the Staples Center to get this back to a Game 7 if they lose here tonight. So this was the shot that gave them a chance to win Game 6. Sent it into overtime. They won in overtime. Pump fake Kwame Brown in the air, knocked it down. You talked about Tim Thomas's clutch shooting. He is not on the floor now because of foul problems. How about Mike Dunleavy? Walter McCarty's in the game for the first time for defensive purposes, and Daniel Ewing, a rookie, to go along with Sean Livingston, Mobley, and Quentin Ross. All guys that can switch on the perimeter on any kind of action.
Diaw to inbound. Bell for the tie.
This is the guy, if you're Mike Dunleavy, that you do not want to get your hands on the ball. Daniel Ewing is over. He's got his hands up. Raja Bell has been spectacular. These first rounds of the playoffs may be as good as I've seen in a long, long time.
Raja Bell has gone 5 of 6 above the three-point arc tonight after he had 7 in Game 4 on Sunday.
And Kevin, I'm sure everybody's saying, well, why not foul? Because you run the risk of he did not take a dribble. And if you reach out and grab him and he acts like he's in his shooting motion, now you run the risk of giving 3 free throws. That's why in many instances coaches don't take that foul.
Raja Bell played last season with the Utah Jazz. Before that, he had floated around the NBA. And before that, he had played in minor league basketball around the country. Got his first taste of the NBA with the Philadelphia 76ers in the 2001 season. He was part of that finals team with Philadelphia. His first assignment guarding Kobe Bryant. Known for his defense, but his shooting, especially in this second round.
Tonight, the rest team over 11. Now, Mike Dunleavy and Mike D'Antoni, two of the best coaches in the business, drawing up plays in this kind of situation. Let's see if Mike Dunleavy can get his team an open look at the basket to win the game.
Livingston to inbound. Ends to Brand, who looked like he was held. Out of bounds it goes. The Suns will get it.
See what they were looking for there. They ran an action and they got the guy fronting the post, and they were going to try to throw over Shawn Marion's head, and the ball goes out of bounds. No timeouts left here, or otherwise the Suns could take timeout and move the ball up, so they have no timeouts here. See if they can throw the ball ahead and get a shot. This has been some kind of wild finish.
Diaw to inbound. Marion, good if it goes. We go to our 111.
Now watch here as they front on Elton Brand. They're trying to throw over the top. Throw the ball out of bounds. No timeouts remaining. And then Shawn Marion with the fling grazes a little rim as it goes by. You see it just off to the left. But Kevin, how about this? In regulation, Sam Cassell, a mental mistake, 8-second violation walking the ball up the court. Tim Thomas gets a rebound, 3.3 seconds to go. Could call a timeout, doesn't. Steve Nash, 2 turnovers late in overtime. And then the turnover here by the Clippers. It's going to be the team that can make the fewest mistakes with all the fatigue that is set in. Look at the minutes that have been played tonight. Shawn Marion, 50-something minutes. Steve Nash. So who can make the plays under pressure with this kind of fatigue factor will win the game.
Steve Nash has played 45 minutes so far. Elton Brand has played 50 minutes so far. Sam Cassell, 45. Ready for our second overtime. Livingston has it for the Los Angeles Clippers. Series tied at 2. This is game 5. Elton Brand, who's got 28. Rebound by Shawn Marion as he inhales his 18th rebound tonight.
Also got hit on that eye that's got those 4 stitches, but no time to worry about the blood right now. Worry about that after you get to game 6.
Diaw to Nash. Nash against Livingston. Shot clock is down to 5.
Diaw's got to look for his shot. Look at a violation.
It's a 2. Shot clock violation.
Divorce Diaw set out for a while, and right now he's not looking for his shot. Tonight he's 4 of 8. When that shot comes up to the top there, he's got to take that.
That's the first shot clock violation of this series. This is game 5. Clippers to inbound. Livingston uncovered.
So they're going to double off of him. He's out there for defensive purposes, but will he be an offensive liability? Now you can double down on Elton Brand and make him be the guy to shoot the ball.
Livingston is only 1 of 4. Diaw double. Marion rejected by Brand and fouled by Elton Brand of the Los Angeles Clippers. He's got 4. Shawn Marion will be at the free throw line, where tonight he is 2 of 4. 30 points and 19 rebounds.
I don't think the Suns have made a free throw since the second quarter, have they?
And he had 2 misses, remember, in that fourth quarter. 2 key free throw misses in the fourth. They went the entire second half without a free throw until very, very late in the fourth quarter.
Well, you're going to see again a steady diet of Sam Cassell and Elton Brand. The help is going to come from Diaw trying to double team off of Shawn Livingston. Make somebody else take shots.
Here's Cassell with 30, now 32. He had 5 at halftime.
See, he dips that shoulder and he fades away on you. Just enough contact not to get the foul and create space for that jump shot.
Nash to Boris Diaw. Slammed in by Shawn Marion. Diaw hit the deck hard, but Marion twisting his ankle. Now it's 5-on-4 the other way. The foul by Nash. Marion, as you can see, in extreme pain.
Usually when you see that, it means he landed on somebody's foot. I haven't seen it, but on the offensive rebound, let's watch to see if he lands on somebody's foot. Right there. Looks like he didn't roll it as much as almost like he jammed it.
His left foot.
But always it happens. You come down on somebody's foot.
You saw it with Sam Cassell in Game 4 Sunday in Los Angeles. We see it tonight in Game 5 in Phoenix with Sean.